Hello everyone. I know it's been some time since I posted my last crazy theory, so I'm here with another crazy theory with a series of videos about the gods of Westeros and their champions. I have a feeling that all the gods in Westeros are uniting against the Lord of Darkness. Each of them has chosen a champion to fight in the Great War. Even though all the remaining Starks seems to be their champions, there are others who can be their champions too. And I think they all need to come together, whether they are the champions of the old gods or the new, the Lord of Light or the drowned god, or the gods of many faces. They all need to unite to win this war. This reminds me of Ned's line from the books. When the snows fall and the white winds blow, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. So, in this video, I'll talk about the old gods and who their champion is. I'll post the second part of this video soon. I'll also post the top 10 loved characters video after that. Make sure to subscribe this channel and also click on the bell next to it so that you won't miss it. Ever since the beginning of this series, the two gods you first see are the old gods and the new ones. The old gods are worshipped in the north and beyond the wall, whereas the new gods are worshipped in the rest of Westeros. Whenever someone takes a vow in Westeros, they say, "I swear it by the old gods and the new."
I swear it by the old gods and the new.
But since we are talking about the old gods here, let's take a look at them. The old gods are the oldest gods in Westeros. They have been worshipped by the children of the forest for a long time before the first men invaded Westeros. The first men warred with the children of the forest for some time and cut down their trees until eventually they made peace with them. After the pact and during the Age of Heroes, the first men took the children's gods as their own, and they have been worshipping them since then. After the first men, the Andals came from Essos and conquered the south of Westeros. They cut down almost all the weirwood trees and established their own faiths there, but we will discuss their gods in another video. Anyways, it is said that the old gods only have their powers where the heart tree faces can see, but since the weirwood trees were cut down in the south, the old gods have no power in the south. The heart trees are the weirwood trees with faces carved into them by the children of the forest. They were considered sacred. Prayers, oaths, and marriages are performed in the presence of a heart tree. The children believed that the trees were gods, and when they die, they become part of the godhood. Maybe their memories also become a part of the weirwoods too? It would explain how Bran was able to see what had happened at the Tower of Joy, even though there were no heart trees there. Maybe he was seeing Lyanna's memories, or maybe Ned's, assuming that Ned's bones reached the crypts in the show. We know it hasn't happened in the books. I'll read a couple of lines from the books about Bran's thoughts on Winterfell after it is burned. The stone is strong, the roots of the trees grow deep, and under the ground, the kings of winter sit their thrones. So long as those remained, Winterfell remained. It was not dead, just broken, like me. I'm not dead either. From what we have seen so far, the old gods are probably the second most powerful gods so far. I would like to quote Sam here. "The Night's Watch is my house now. The seven have never answered my prayers. Perhaps the old gods will."
The Night's Watch is my house now. The seven have never answered my prayers. Perhaps the old gods will.
The old gods do watch over those who worship them, or rather the Greenseers do it on their behalf. In the books, Sam prays to the old gods when they were north of the wall that they were lost, hungry, and cold, and asked them to help him and Gilly. The three-eyed raven sent ravens and cold hands to help them escape the whites. Although in the show, it was just the ravens he sent. As for their champion, aka the person the old gods chose to fight in the Great War, I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? The champion for the old gods is Bran Stark. When the series started, Bran was just a normal boy who loved climbing. But since Jaime pushed him down from the tower, he became a cripple. I already explained what was needed to awaken one's powers in my Stark Blood video. and after his fall, Bran's powers were awakened, but he didn't know what it was. When the three-eyed raven couldn't help Bran himself, he sent another boy with sight to Bran to help break his chains. Jojen saw Bran in his dreams as a winged wolf. Bran thought that the raven can help him walk again, but when Bran reached the three-eyed raven, he told Bran that he will never be able to walk again, but he will fly.
You're going to help me walk again?
You'll never walk again, but you will fly.
Bran started training with him until the White Walkers came and killed the three-eyed raven. Bran Stark is the last Greenseer now, and as I've said in my Bran's journey video before, Bran is the most powerful Greenseer in history. Even the Night King seemed terrified of Bran. This is the reason why the three-eyed raven has been watching the Starks for centuries, why he had been waiting for Bran.
I've been watching you, all of your lives, with 1,000 eyes and one. Now you've come to me at last, Brandon Stark, though the hour is late.
The Greenseers of the Children of the Forest were said to be able to talk with all beasts and birds, and to see through the eyes of their carved werewolves and possess strong magic. We know that the three-eyed raven was a Greenseer too, but he couldn't walk into a human or talk to the people from the past, not that we know of. But Bran, on the other hand, not only could he walk into trees and wolves and crows, he can also walk into a human, and he can go back in time and change things or talk to people, something which the three-eyed raven can't do as far as we know it. He can also see the future, and I think he can talk through the ravens too, like he does in the books through Jeor Mormont's raven. I think the reason why Bran is the most powerful Warg ever is because he is the champion of the old gods. Do you remember the lines from the books I read in my How the Direwolf Crossed the Wall video? The raven said it was very important that Bran lived, and when Bran asked why, he said because winter is coming. The Night King probably knows it too. That's why the second he found out where Bran was, he headed straight to the cave and killed the three-eyed raven so that he couldn't help or train Bran anymore. So, it's pretty obvious that Bran will play a very important role in the upcoming war. There has been a popular theory going around that he will walk into a dragon, and that's what the three-eyed raven meant when he said Bran can fly. But Bran can also walk into the ravens and crows, and he can fly with them whenever he wants. Abby Tabby has asked some time ago, do you think Bran will be the one to kill the Night King? In the show so far, it seems like Jon and Dany are becoming main characters. At first, I thought that Jon might be the one to kill the Night King, but now that I think of it, the way the three-eyed raven has been waiting for Bran so long, the troubles he went through to get Bran to the cave just so he could teach him, who knows? But if this happens, we know that Bran is a cripple and he can't do it on his own, which means he might have to walk into someone or something to be able to kill the Night King. What do you think? Do you think Bran can kill the Night King? Or will it be Jon? I also wanted to ask what you prefer about my videos. Should I post them on fixed days like I do now on Tuesdays and Saturdays? Or would you prefer it to be on random days? That way I can post more videos in a week. I'm going to try random days for this week. Let me know which one you like more in the comments. Today's shoutout goes to Trisha Powell, who said, "This was always about Arya. The Stranger, Jaqen, Syrio, Waif, Lady Crane, they were all there to train Arya. The question is, for what? What is her role? What was she training for? Stark justice alone doesn't fit. Her magic is different from Bran's, but I think all magic is connected. White Walkers, dragons, Faith of the Seven, Old Gods, Lord of Light, Many-Faced God, Children of the Forest, one big melting pot." I definitely agree with you, Trisha. All magic are connected somehow. As for why Arya was being trained, I'll answer this question in the fourth part of this video, which I'll post soon. I'll post the second part of this video the day after tomorrow. So, what do you think of these theories? Don't forget to tell us in the comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, share the video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye bye. See you in my next video.